Hola, Wizzy Wizards, and welcome back to the Pursuit of Happiness with me, Pigtail Gurl, your friend and fellow traveller. It's been a little bit of a while since I touched base with you lovelies, so I thought I would do a quickie show. I'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but I definitely am going to show you these new cards that I just got because it's my birthday tomorrow. Itchy nose. I've got my birthday tomorrow, and so I'm sort of reflective, I would say, is the mood over here. For some time, I've been in a bit of a rebirth stage, I think, this beginning of this year. During this Kalasapa yoga period, I follow Vedic astrology, of this big just healing old wounds and having to go back and make good again something, or get rid of something that no longer serves you, or face something. That's what it's all about in this karmic time. So that ended on the 22nd of April. So I've been just in a phase of retreat and healing for myself, and just taking a really well needed rest to just, heal myself, heal my daughter, work with my daughter, realizing that she had needed me and I hadn't had time to do that. So I'd been paying attention to the Trinity in my home, the Father, the Mother, the daughter. And as I was focusing on the Trinity in my home, I started also focusing on the Trinity within myself at this time. As I was doing my healings, I've noticed this repetitive pattern that everything really comes back to the Father, the Mother, and the child, which is the intestines, the enteric mind, and back to this Trinity. And if you look at most health problems, unless it was just blatantly you went out and there was a terrible toxin in the air, well, even that, some would say you attracted to yourself. But in general, most distortions in the body are due to the imbalance of the inner family. This Trinity that we have going throughout our spiritual teachings throughout time, really, going way back throughout time, we see that the Druids, they found the Trinity to be sacred, and everything was done in threes in their kingdom. I think there was 3 kings, and they would rotate the power between them, and everything was focusing on this Trinity. And then also, you have all the Abrahamic religions based on the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which of course is the Mother God, the Father, the Mother, and the Son. This is what it comes back to. And it's shown in our bodies, in ourself. And really the shaman, the magi, knows how to see the symbolism and the connectivity of everything. So everything in you is outside of you and inside of you at the same time, and inside and outside of everything else. So these things, they are kind of laws. And this is, you will notice at this time that these ideas and this law of the Father, the Mother, and the Son are actually very much under attack at this time. We see in the media how they want to talk about things that aren't of the Holy Trinity. Now, of course, I'm not demonizing anybody or any sect or anything outside the Holy Trinity, but it's just interesting that the people that like to invert things are particularly interested in inverting the Holy Family and how that looks. And, this has been done over time as well, creating great dysfunctionality within families, creates great dysfunctional family, greater family in the community, and so on and so forth. So everything comes back to this family and this Trinity within you and revealed to you via your external environment. So if we are born into the fallen environment where our example of the Trinity to us was distorted, then inside of us, our own Holy Trinity will be distorted. This is what, even if you listen in the Bible, right? Actually, right there in the Bible, they talk about how the sins of the father, are carried on to the son so many generations. And there is a talk of this right in there. And it's very true. And most religions, when you really look at them, when you get rid of all the resentment or pain or suffering or hurt or boxed in thinking, like I just like to just look at everything and just look at all the threads of commonalities, because I think the Trinity is something that's in everything. Any magi society, any shamanic society, the Celts, I've even got this, Trinity symbol here. I believe it's Celtic. Everyone knew about the Trinity. It was a staple around here. Like, people have been disconnected from this energetic, and this is what's keeping us in that fallen matrix. I know we can look at the DMA and the minion behavior and all the other things going on, but what is it all doing to us? It's inverting the Holy Trinity. It's inverting, and I'm not talking directly from a Christian standpoint. You can call it the Holy Trinity and be a pagan. You can be a wizard like me. I incorporate everything and nothing at the same time. You know what I mean? The Alpha and Omega. I look at all information now with open, clear eyes. As, over the last few years, I know I've just been going through this rebirth, but since I started this channel, I've been doing a lot of inner work. This channel has been a healing journey for me too, like a path. And I feel like I'm really getting to a point where I've got some clarity, particularly in this last year. What I've just been through has like taken me up a notch. I feel like I've stepped up a level at this birthday, actually, with my understandings of how everything works, and just getting rid of so much anger and resentment and blame and all of this fighting within the family. And I've really made peace and really got into this sacred Trinity, blessing my own family, which is a Trinity, blessing the Trinity through my art, through my meditation, through my healings. Body Talk is a system based on the Holy Trinity. This is how I've really come to further my understanding of it and why I was drawn to it. And, on some deep inner level, I've always had this connection between the dysfunctional family, the dysfunctional society, the dysfunctional religions, because everything's being sort of handed to us in a format that distorts it, inverts it. You see, that's what goes on around here. It's about inversion. It's about taking something that's good and sacred and inverting it, and then making things that are inverted seem good and sacred. So that it's all about inversion, topsy-turvy world right around here, bizarro world. And this has been going on for some time. But as I'm going through my healings now, I know that the planet is also going through many healings, and using the Trinity right now will really help everything along. Wear it on your body. This is really increasing my Wei Qi protection as well. I felt my Wei Qi field was low. That's my protective Qi field that's going to protect me, so I'm not always overwhelmed by everything in my environment. And it's the first most important part of your immune system. It's your external immune system. This just boosted mine. My Wei Qi loves this symbol being on my body. And when I'm in balance with the Holy Trinity within myself, and I'm no longer angry at it, and I'm no longer fighting with it, and, I've just given up the struggle, and now I'm just accepting it completely into myself without any fear or fear of rejection or need to reject, and just really allowing this healing, this deep healing within me of the father, the mother, and the child, of self, external world, internal world, just so multi-layered, this healing, that if everyone in society was really standing in their Holy Trinity within, like from whatever religious standpoint they're coming from, I don't really care. If you're just standing in your own Trinity power, if everyone was doing that, and society would just be transformed. And, even this, I sat with the Trinity the other day, and I was pondering, because I've always been a little anti this and anti that, and angry at this and angry at that. Once I realized, that some systems were tricking or deceptive, it's natural to feel pissed off. It's natural. If someone did that to you, you'd feel pissed off, and you'd be rightful to feel a little angry in the moment, as long as you don't hold on to it. It's this difference. Feeling angry or holding on to angry, that's two different things. It's fine to feel angry. Angry sometimes gets you up to do things. So I didn't like the monarchy system. And I've always wondered, what is the incorruptible system? And even if it exists, right, is it democracy or is it, what system is it? And I've often pondered this. Me and my husband like to ponder this. What's the ultimate system? And I was trying to figure out this whole thing of kings and queens. And the Trinity was saying, originally, the blueprint here was a divine Trinity monarchy system. And if it's done with people that are just like, the example of the sovereign father, the sovereign mother, and the sovereign child in a family unit, and then they are ruling, I say ruling as a way, like guiding just by the radiance of their example. It's much more a spiritual kingdom. It's not, like we maybe hear about in the old days, like maybe we were closer to some kind of I don't know, old knowledge of ways to live back then. I don't know, we'd got it from the Elohim or whoever, the alien angel creature beings, friends, foes, however you look at it. And I lost my plot then. I was going off about aliens. But I got this answer from the Trinity about, this that surprised me about monarchy and how, originally we were set up with a kingdom because of the divine Trinity. And that's why we saw those remnants in the Druidic system, and how when those families were actually like living sovereign and being the example and not ruling through terror and death and manipulation, when they were just there to guide and give counsel as this divine Holy Trinity representation on earth, representing the Holy Trinity above on earth, that system works pretty well. But sadly, it can also fall down when other aspects are brought into it, which is kind of what goes on around here. I mean, we live in a universe where you can expect the unexpected, and I'm sure it's all part of some bigger plan to get us all somewhere. But that shocked me, because I have to say I've been a little anti-monarchy. I really have been anti-monarchy. And yeah, they were showing me that actually monarchy can be a very sacred thing. We just don't have any sacred monarchs left on the planet anymore, because they all became infiltrated by the DMA energy, right? Took it over. So we used to have diviner feudal system, which was very different. It really was like a rule of Holy Trinity basically on the planet. So that was eye-opening for me, because I've just removed all my boxes and rejections from my brain. So anything now that wants to come through, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to listen to that. That all sounds a bit Christian, or, because I used to be very angry at things. I went through a very dark night of the soul angry phase. Yeah, I did. And I got angry at everything that hurt me, or I felt hurt by, or hurt other people. I get very angry about things that I felt hurt other people, and a card is flying out. It wants to be seen. I'm yappeting on. I want to pull a card, Shaman's Dream, the Shaman Dream Oracle, right? Okay, so actually this is exactly where I'm at. This is the card of deep quiet, meditation and stillness. And I tell you what, I have felt so in touch with the divine lately. It's been really nurturing. I felt so nurtured by the divine. It brings tears to my eyes. So what it wants to tell you, lovely lot, is deep quiet, meditation and stillness. When deep quiet appears, it is a message from the cosmos, calling you to stillness, to step outside the concerns of your everyday life. This does not mean to slow down and take a breath, although that is a good start. The cosmos is inviting you to go deeper, to that place where the noise stops, and there is only the vast emptiness of inner space. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. That would be exactly what Kala Sarpa Yoga would be. Listen to the still, I'm really bad at saying those words, sorry. Listen to the still small voice. Remember that you want to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. Yes. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down, that you don't have the time, the inclination, or the money for a retreat. See, I totally just gave myself the space and permission to put myself into retreat, because I so needed to recuperate. Oh my God. I was really running on empty. Do not let any of these reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, you will find that the world can get along quite well without the need for you to manage it. Oh, yes. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, the clarity and spaciousness offered by silence. Oh, well, what a lovely card to spring out of the pack. And it sort of goes with my funky background too. Look, wow. See, and the more you go into that Trinity and the stillness, the more and more serendipitous synchronizations and coincidences occur. I noticed that the magic just expands and expands. And actually, another thing, talking about expanding, to protect your area, what I've been doing is I've been imagining the tri-veca. It's not quite this. Actually, I'll insert a tri-veca here. So I've been imagining that tri-veca symbol, and just the circles, 3 circles, interlocking red, yellow, blue, the primary colors of Trinity. And I've been envisioning them first around myself to boost my own energy, just sitting in that energy of the sacred geometry of the Trinity and allowing it just to grow and expand around me. Then I've been expanding it outward and seeing it engulf my hometown, all around my building. And then I've been sending it out, covering my country. And then I've been expanding it gradually till it engulfs the earth. And I've been doing this very nice meditation like that every night. And I've been really feeling a huge power from it, actually. A really huge power. I'm feeling kind of invigorated and very positive right now. And I've really let go of a lot of anger, in this retreat. I don't know if you see on my face, like I look more relaxed, but I've just let go of so much. You can't even imagine the amount of stuff I just let go of. So I'm really grateful for that calming time I just had. And I hope you guys are all really well. And please do delve into the energy of the Trinity, whatever your belief system. It's something that is for everyone. It doesn't matter what you call it or who you're praying to or what name you give yourself. This symbol has so much to offer us right now, my dears. So one love, or is it 111 love? And I will see you on the next episode of The Pursuit of Happiness.